Welcome to season 2 of the Energy Upgrade podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa, master biohacker and successful entrepreneur. In season 1 of the Energy Upgrade, you got to have a taste for my obsession in all things health, energy, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and biohacking, or how to take radical responsibility in living a life by design. As a certified health coach, integrated health practitioner, kinesiologist, and seasoned entrepreneur who built and sold a 7-figure business, I want to dive deeper in this season 2. After healing myself from burnout, from my health falling apart, my hormones leaving my body, I'm here to share everything I wish someone had told me. Every day, I have the incredible opportunity to be mentoring women and supporting them in becoming true magnetic energy bombs. I'm helping them remember who they were all along. It's so powerful that I want to take you in on the journey, almost as if you were a fly on the wall. You'll find that I'm not your typical health coach, and I'm not your typical business coach either. I'm somewhere in between with a lot of spirituality sprinkled in there. This podcast is a sacred place where I come and share with you things that will bring you a high return on investment, because yes, I'm all about ROI. Life goes fast, and if I can show you a shortcut or two, I'll have succeeded at bringing you value. Thank you for being here. Let's go.
Your time is now. Your energy is your life force. You want to be able to magnetize your wildest dreams. A liver detox is the fastest way to start healing. You can and you will.
Hello, and welcome to season 2 of the Energy Upgrade podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa. And what a joy, what a pleasure, what an honor to now be releasing a season 2 after doing more than 30 episodes in season 1. And after having you week after week message me to tell me how impactful this podcast has been for you, how it's changed you, how you've had so many breakthroughs, how you've been able to implement some of the quick tips I'm offering here. And with that renewed energy, I'm so excited to be continuing. And the reason why I decided to give it a different twist, do a season 2, is because I know that a lot of you, just like me, are longing for even more truth, even deeper conversations, even more breakthroughs, just more of it. And so that's exactly what I'm planning on bringing this season. You can expect to hear a lot more about this concept of biohacking. You can expect to hear a lot more also about entrepreneurship, a side of me that I just cannot deny anymore. And I have to weave it into what I do. And so whether you are a high achieving woman, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you have your own business or not, or maybe you are an executive, or maybe you're just like a kick-ass stay-at-home mom, this podcast is still going to resonate for you. Don't worry, this is not going to become necessarily a business show. But I think one of my uniqueness is the fact that I'm able to combine health and business, or I'll call it executive functioning. I'm able to use my own experience, the breakthroughs of my clients, my experience in helping them heal, helping them reconnect with their energy and their power. And I'm able to really anchor this into true leadership, true changes, tangible information. You'll hear me talk about spiritual things because that's what I'm intrigued in. That's the things that those are the bigger breakthroughs for me, is every time I dive into things with a bit more of a spiritual angle. So I'll definitely go there. But if there's one thing I promise to always offer, is to always bring it back to the real life. Because at the end of the day, we can be thinking and talking about spiritual things and be up high in the sky and in the clouds, but we also have to bring it back to, okay, what do we do here and now? How do we take action on these beautiful things? So I'm always here to bring it back to your body, your mind, your soul, because at the end of the day, when we finally aligned all these things, that's when we can finally reconnect with who we are. And so that's with that intention that I'm bringing season 2. So expect even deeper conversations, expect even maybe even more like woohoo stuff. But again, always keep in mind that if I'm bringing this forward, it's because either I've experimented with it myself and I know how powerful it is, or that I've seen breakthroughs in my clients and I think you need to know about this. I still strongly believe in return on investment. I know that you investing some of your precious time here with me on this platform, I'm never going to take that for granted. And so if you're gracing me with your presence here today, I want to make sure you always get the most out of every minute you spend here with me. So trust that anytime I will bring forward a new topic, it's because I've been thinking about it, I've been experimenting with it, and I think it's worthy of you knowing about it. Now, let me just quickly talk about this concept of biohacking a little further, because even me, for the longest time, I thought biohacking was this, very, very masculine world where it was all about data, science, and innovation, and basically the art of longevity, of making your life longer with a higher quality. And while I still believe that that's what biohacking can help you achieve, I think there's an important switch or shift that we need to do for women, because I have been a biohacker for probably a decade now. I've tried all the things, I read all the books, but I also burnt myself out in the process. And I did a lot of things that weren't in alignment or weren't favorable for the woman's body. And at the time, I didn't know that. I didn't know any better. I didn't know really how to honor these differences. And now I know that as a woman, we're cyclical beings just by nature. We have a cycle each month, but we also go through seasonal cycle. We go through yearly cycles. And then that also comes with physiological cycles, the impact all the way to our hormones and our energy. And so to be a biohacker to me now means something completely different, because now that I've played with it, now that I've played with all the different concepts, all the different tools, if there's one thing I know for sure now, after all these years of self-discovery and now helping other women, is I know that biohacking is not something outside of you. Biohacking is not something that you have to do or buy in order to fix yourself, which is how I think the industry is really labeling biohacking. It's almost as if you want to be a biohacker, you kind of have to be a millionaire, or you have to be extremely wealthy to be able to buy all these devices and all these tools and the saunas and the red light and the supplements. But here's the truth. I don't believe that that's accurate. I don't believe that that's serving anybody to think that way, because biohacking to me is something that you embody. It's within yourself. It's not something external of you, because I've talked about this before, but remember, you are worthy, you are whole to begin with. And so if we keep that in mind, if you are whole, which means you don't need anything outside of you to come and fix you. Perhaps all you need is to remember that you are whole to begin with. When you remember that, when you start trusting yourself again, when you start trusting the people in your close circle, when you start trusting that the universe has your back, when you start trusting that the micro actions that you are committing to every single day are going to move the needle for you and are going to help you remember even more. To me, that's when you become a biohacker. So it's not about all the things outside of you that you have to purchase to become that thing. You are that thing. And a true biohacker knows this, knows deep within that it's through your action, through your daily commitment, through honoring your needs, recognizing if one thing is going to serve you or not, and really, really listening to your body, really having that intuition, listening to the nudges and being able to say, you know what, this isn't for me because this doesn't feel right. However, this is what I'm leaning towards, and I'm going to listen to this and I'm going to try that. That is being a biohacker, which really means honoring you, your wholeness, who you are, your being, your soul, what you are being called to do, your purpose, and taking aligned action to honor that every single day. When you do that, when you commit to, let's give you an example. When you commit to waking up every morning and starting your day with a glass of water, a pinch of sea salt, and a squeeze of lemon, and to go and meditate, to go and list your and journal your gratitude, to go and do a manifestation walk, and then have your smoothie, and then have an impact in this world and lean into your feminine leadership. When you start doing these things and when you do them every single day with intention, you are a biohacker. It's as simple as that. You don't need the fancy things. You don't need to be wealthy. Anybody has this power within ourselves. And really what it stems to is taking control back and taking ownership, sovereignty of your body, your thoughts, your actions, your needs, and really putting that at the forefront. Again, this is not about being ecocentric. This is an act of self-preservation. And guess where longevity comes from? Longevity comes from those micro choices, those aligned actions that you take every single day. Yes, sure, I will be the first one to recommend some amazing supplements and to be connected with the latest and greatest innovation, because why not? Why not combine that to help us achieve even better results and help us achieve better return on investment? I'm all for that. But I think it's important to clear the air, first of all, that to be a biohacker is actually more an act of being versus doing. And that's back to our feminine energy. Can you see the shift? Can you see the difference? When you're trying to do to fix you, you are in your masculine energy, your wounded masculine energy. You're trying to feel validated. You're trying to be seen. You're trying to feel worthy, as opposed to just being, making those aligned decisions, vibing them, and just honoring who you are because you are amazing. Right? So I'm here in season 2 to remind you of that, to remind you and to invite you to become a biohacker with me, which essentially just means getting control back of your health, getting control back of your body, getting control back of your leadership, of how you show up into this world. Because guess what? Your relationship, your friendships, your business, your financial health, your wealth, all of this is going to respond positively to you becoming a biohacker. It's all intertwined. It's all entangled together. So when you first realize that you are whole, that you are amazing just as you are, and when you start trusting that your body will heal the way it needs to, when you start trusting its own timeline, when you start finding the people in your life that can help you get there faster, when you start aligning with that energy, when you start making decisions and actions with your well-being at the forefront of it, everything else in your life will change. This momentum will spill out on all the other spheres of your life. So my friend, brace yourself. And if you're feeling called by these words, we're just going to go deeper. We're going to go all in. And I have some amazing guests coming in season 2 to offer you even more food for thought, more breakthroughs. And please, please, please always keep me posted on how this lands for you, on how, if it was helpful, if it was impactful, and keep me posted. Do you like it? And if you do, go and leave a review. I already am so humbled by all the wonderful reviews that are on Apple Podcasts. So if you like this show, if you want more of it, if you want me to stay motivated and bring some fresh content, come and let me know and share where you are when you're listening to this. Are you taking me on your walk? Are you taking me to the gym? Are you on your drive, driving the kids? Is the whole family listening right now? Let me know, because the more I can connect with your energy, the more you can connect with mine. And that's how we change. That's how we elevate. That's how we rise. And so I can't wait to support you to do that even more in season 2. See you back next week. Bye for now. The information shared on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't provide any medical advice. Vanessa Grutman does not cure, diagnose, or treat disease. Please consult your physician before trying any new protocol or product.